Hi team, welcome back to my crazy, somewhat loose, don't know what I'm doing style tutorial. So I hope you're having fun watching. We're up to today's COVID 6th day of lockdown. Something was trying to come out earlier. So yeah, I don't know why that's relevant. It's not, but hey, whatever. Alright, so if you've read the title of this, we're going to make a poodle. But not only, I was going to leave this till later because we've already done a couple of dogs and stuff, but hey, people have been asking for the famous suck the tail trick. So this is what we're going to end up with here. Wee poodle and sweet puffy tail. So still a dog, just slightly different. You can see here we've got the head slightly different. We've got the legs, we've put little puffy feet on it. So it just looks more like a poodle just rather than your average dog. Let's get started. Alrighty, grab your balloon, give it a bit of a twist, and we're going to leave much more of a tail this time. We're going to leave about 10 fingers or so 2 hands, something like that. So we're going to blow it up. Stand back here so you can get a view. We're going to do something like 1 hand, sort of 2 hands worth, 8, 9, 10 fingers, somewhere around there. We're going to leave quite a bit of a tail. Let some air out. And tie it off. Alrighty. Okay, so we're going to start off with the nose. So it's going to be, this is about 2 fingers, and then the next one is just going to be a round bubble. So however fat your balloon is, just make sort of a round bubble. Again, just holding each end of the balloon. Because we're going to have to do quite a few twists here. We've got 3 more twists before we actually tie it off. So just here, all I'm doing is just holding sort of with my little pinky or my last couple of fingers, hold that balloon so it doesn't come undone. And then we're going to do 2 to 3 finger bubble. So slightly bigger than your first one. It's about 3 fingers. And then a 2 finger bubble, slightly smaller. And another 3 finger bubble, which is going to match this one here. So we've got these 2 here, which is your 3rd and 5th bubble, should be about the same. And we're going to fold this over, and so you've got something that looks like this, and we're going to put the twist in here. That's going to lock, that's each side of the poodle's head, that's the top of its head, and we're going to lock that off. Alrighty, so what might happen here, you might accidentally let go of this, so that might undo and you might just end up with one long bubble here. That's not a problem, we can just twist that again. So we just put the twist back in there, like so. We're going to take that twist and you're going to poke it through the wee triangle that we've made. So that's going to push back through. So we're going to push that through. You might need to, well, what I do here is I sort of roll the outside around. Now this can get quite tricky. What you might end up doing is rolling the whole lot through, so I'm going to do that intentionally. I'll roll the whole, so that's not really much use to us either. So we're going to roll it through, and I'm just going to sort of massage it and play with it. So what we end up with is your nose on one side of the face, and the back of the head sort of holds it in place there so it doesn't go through. There we have it. There's our head. We're going to make a neck, so just a little bubble, a little round bubble. I'm going to adjust this camera a little bit. There we go. So now we're going to come to the legs. The legs we're going to make probably 2 finger bubble. Again, we're going to be making quite a few bubbles here in a row, so it's really important just to make sure we hold each end and don't let them go. So we've got the neck, we've got a leg, now we're going to make a foot, and another foot, and another leg. Alright, so we've got neck, leg, foot, leg. Alrighty, and we're going to twist them at the top of the leg. So we're going to twist here, lock that all together. That's what we have so far. So you've got head, obviously your neck, 2 legs. Now I've left this one, probably used a little bit too much for the head, so it might be a little bit short on here, so hopefully you've got a bit more. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to On my previous one, the one I made earlier, I've got the back feet on this. That's because I had the spare room. On this one I don't. So I'm just going to make normal legs as we did in the first dog that we made. So I'm just going to do a body, one leg and another leg. So I just don't have the feet in the middle there. I don't have those two little bubbles, but that's okay. I'm going to fold it over and twist the top of the legs together. Alrighty, so you can just notice the front, we've got these little puffy feet. The back, I didn't have room for them, so I've left them off. But hey, that's what you get for doing live videos. Now, the famous suck the tail trick. Sounds way more exciting than what it is. Now, what you can do is, to avoid having to suck the tail, you can, we'll do it that way because that's the preferred way. We don't really want you sucking balloons, especially if you're giving it to someone else. Not ideal. So we'll do the more preferred way, the cleaner way, and then I'll show you the way if you can't manage that. So if you grab, you pinch just below the tip of the tail with some light over there, and if you pull this, so essentially I'm just stretching that bit of balloon out. All right, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold loosely. I'm going to hold like, how do I explain this? I'm going to hold this so it doesn't expand. See here, you can see here that expands the rest of the balloon. So if I'm going to hold this loosely, I'm not going to grab it closed so no air can get back, but I'm going to hold loosely so that when you squeeze, the air just goes through to the end. I'm going to give that a bit of a squeeze. Give that a bit of a squeeze. Hopefully that'll stay there. So that'll stay there like that. And then, yeah, you can see that this bit here isn't inflated. That's because I sort of closed my fist around it. But if you can't manage that, now I've thoroughly washed this balloon before I did this, but if you can't manage that, just give it a little bit of a suck and that'll pull the bubble. If you let it go, it might go back to how it was. So squeeze it, give it a bit of a stretch, give it a squish. There we have it. So we have our poodle. We're going to draw our face on here. Slightly different place. Draw it wherever you want. This is where I draw it. If I can get the lid off this. I've got a couple of eyes. He's got some eyebrows. Turn the nose around. There we have it. Our little poodle. Hope that's been helpful, guys. Hope those who have been waiting for the suck the tail trick really enjoyed it because, well, it's not that fun. But anyway, you get what you ask for. That's what this is all about. Anything else you ask for, you'll probably get because I have nothing better to do. So have fun with that. Again, let us know if you've got any questions, if I'm going too fast, too slow, if you want me to explain anything further, or send some pictures of what you've been making. That would be cool. Alrighty, guys. Hope you're having fun, looking after yourselves. Keep safe. Cheers. Bye.